Intel Inside Marketing is, for me, in the history of marketing, it is one of the most effective and most successful. Okay, from 1993, 1995 we introduced the Pentium 1, then Pentium 2, 3, and 4. So these are what they call the net burst technology of Intel. I don't want to explain to you what is the technology all about. Just an overviews. And then finally, we move on to another technology, which is the core micro architecture, wherein we guarantee a 40% more when it comes to performance of the CPU. So makikita nyo, we have in the market, of course, you're familiar with Core 2 Duo, the Core 2 Quad, and so on. Okay. Now, okay, have you heard about 45 nanometer technology? Okay, so if you happen to, well, I think nakapaklas kayo ng computer, diba? So inside, makikita mo yung microprocessor natin. So inside that microprocessor, ito yung itsura niya, this one. This one, inside. Now, with this the core microarchitecture of Intel now, we are using this 45 nanometer transistor. So meaning, yan kaliit ang transistor ngayon. So why are we doing this? Pinapaliit natin yung transistor because the more transistor inside the CPU, the more efficient, faster and more powerful performance of the CPU, right? So within this technology, the 45 nanometer, we already have around 600 millions of transistors inside the CPU. That's how powerful the technology is now. So, okay, may mga question ako. I have some giveaways there. I have t-shirts. Paano natin i-measure yung nanometer? So for example, I have 1 meter. So 1 meter times 10 to the negative 9, right? Or 1 meter over 1 billion. That is 1 nanometer. Okay. For example, hair strand. Though I don't have that now, I had that before. So, makakapag-relate pa rin ako. Okay? So, if you want to cut your hair, yung circumference ng buhok, that is 90,000 nanometer. Okay? 90,000 nanometer. Buhok mo yun. Next example. In the medical field, as far as I know, ang pinakamaliit na virus na discover these days, yung measurement niya is 2,000 nanometer. Our transistor is 45 nanometer. So ganon siya kaliit. So as I said a while ago, the more millions na transistors that we can put in sa CPU natin, the fastest, the more powerful and the more efficient the CPU can transmit and process data. Okay. Another question. In an analog radio, ilang transistors ang meron doon? Guess. I have a t-shirt. Guess. Ilan? 20. Oh, may t-shirt ka. Oh, kahit mali. Okay. Oh, you have a t-shirt, ha? Hindi kita mamaya. 40. 40? Masyadong malaki. Mali pa rin, pero may t-shirt ka. One more. Ano na? 100, that's too much. But, may t-shirt ka rin. Okay. In an analog radio, it only has 10 transistors. 10 transistors. But in our CPU now, we have more than 600 million transistors inside a very small CPU. Ganon ka-powerful ang technology natin. Okay, so, syempre, naglilimutan kayo sa mga malls, and of course, in your schools, makikita niyo yung mga Intel-based PCs doon. So these are the available models in the Philippine market. Are you familiar with Core 2 Quad? Okay. So for Core 2 Quad, ano bang target market natin doon? Yung target market natin. Internet cafes, right? Internet cafes na may mga, what we call this, the extreme gaming, like the online game. Are you familiar with Ragnarok, Khan, whatever? Or you have this Witchcraft 3. So, especially now that we have the 3D gaming, so it's very, very complicated na processing ng data eh. So, we need a very powerful CPU. Wherein, our Core 2 Quad, pinuposisyon natin doon sa market na yon. More on the gaming side and high definition. Okay? For the Core 2 Duo, well, ito yung mga everyday performance natin. Like if you have like the schools, of course, if you have a business like you're editing pictures or you're downloading anything, so you need a little powerful na CPU, which is a Core 2 Duo. Medyo dual core simple multitasking. Right? Everyday usage ng isang office. Or the Celeron. So for example, if you are a little price conscious and then nasa bahay ka lang, na ginagamit mo is more of a Microsoft Word or Excel, so nag-OYM ka, you can use this one. And then finally, we introduced another family in our CPU. It's the Intel Atom. Okay, now this Intel Atom, I'll discuss more as we move on. This is designed for the new market, which is very price conscious and designed for internet-centric usage, internet surfing. Okay. Okay, for the Core 2 Quad processor, syempre, that is the highest or yung pinaka-high-end natin na model. So it has a 79% better performance when it comes to 3D graphics and 54% better performance when it comes to high-definition video creation and 53% when it comes to 3D gaming. Okay, are you familiar with 3D? Okay, in MOA, in Mall of Asia, they have this movie house there. It's a 3D, right? The IMAX, yes, correct. And then the first movie na pinalabas nila in 3D was the Superman Returns. And I was there. Sobrang nakakatuwa talaga. Habang lumipad sa Superman, parang papangka.